J Bills from Media Spotlight UK with the emphatic win from Tristan Hamm with his coach BJ Flores in the building. I mean, first of all, how are you feeling? You must be over the moon, like first round knockout.
Oh, I feel great. It just executed the plan as planned. He came in a lot harder than I thought he was, but it was cool. It was like a little video game. So just followed the plan and stuck to what BJ told me, and I heard my coach in the corner. I just did exactly what he said, and that's it.
I mean, of course, obviously throughout the entire week, like I seen like your face-to-face with not Logan Paul,
Yep.
and there was a lot of back and forth. But it seemed
Yeah.
like you were more calmer. Like I know he was like very like hyped up for this fight. Like was it intentional just to be as calm and not give away too much? I guess in that way.
In
terms of emotion in the face-off before leading up to the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little aggressive about it.
Well, yeah, you were a bit aggressive, but like obviously I know he was more hype, and obviously there was a more aggression, but calm aggression.
Yeah, no, I think I just know what I'm gonna do, and he was chirping me a little bit prior to the face-off, and just kind of was getting on my nerves, and I was like, hey man, like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Like, just looked him straight in the eyes and told him what's gonna happen. He's gonna get knocked out in the first round, and I said it. I said it a few too many times, but I said it.
Starting to believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, BJ, like I got, I mean, obviously you're taking Tristan under your wing. How has he been in terms of camp and preparing for being at his debut? And obviously we know that he's, an actual adventure junkie in that sense of the word. So how were you able to take him on and mold him to what you want him to be at?
It's been good. Obviously he's got a long ways to go. We're just getting started. This was his first fight. Getting out there, getting your feet wet. It's different than sparring, so we got a long ways to go. But with that being said, he's got a lot of potential. And the one thing, like I said, you can't teach is the power, and he's got the power. So that's the one thing that makes it, it's going to be difficult for his opponents.
And what's the difference in terms of, obviously I know you trained Jake Paul before, but obviously now you got a new student under your wing. What was the differences in terms? I mean, different characters anyway, but how does Tristan compare, and how will you see him build up the ranks?
Oh, I mean, it's completely different. Like Jake's a completely different person than Tristan. I was almost 4 years with Jake, so Jake went from a green fighter to a very, very good fighter, and he's going to be a good pro. So they're different levels. It's not a comparison at all. It's just we're in a different lane than Jake, and we're coming up this influencer scene, this misfit scene, and we're going to make some noise and do our own thing, and then everybody's eating.
I was hearing that, should you win in a certain round, are you going to do skydiving? Are you still going to do that? Is that still the case?
I forgot about that.
I guess I'm kind of. Well, I guess I'm kind of stuck to it now. But I want to.
You couldn't have backed out from it.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck to it. So yeah.
Isn't it? That's legit. Next time I make it something more savage, I'm gonna make him spend 30 days with me in the Yukon or something.
That I'm not doing. I'm not big on sleeping on tents for 30 days. A couple days here and there, I'm good. But I'm in my older age. I'm more seasoned now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a little AC, a little comforter, a nice pillow. Otherwise,
little program
from the experience. If I don't have those things, but anyways, a couple days I'm good.
Well, I mean, you were expressing to me the other day that, fighters, you even said in an interview recently that you wanted to build up to the fighters straight away. Like you mentioned about King Kenny being a good option. Question for the both of you, do you see that as the potential opponent next? Who are you looking at in terms of, I'll speak to you first.
Well, I'm down for anybody, you know what I mean? I just don't want to do the whole circus thing. I think there's a big misunderstanding in influencer boxing. And I think that there are really good guys in there, and there's some guys that shouldn't be there. And some guys are doing it for the show, and some guys are doing it because they have an opportunity. And for me, I'm a fighter in my blood, but at heart, I just kind of did my own thing. However, when I got called out in Russia to go and fight, I was like, no, this is in me. I want to do it, but I want to do it properly. And when the opportunity with Misfits came, it's such an incredible opportunity that of course I'm going to say yes. People might say, oh, well, why don't you go pro, or why don't you do this route? The thing is that I'm fighting on DAZN, baby. This is the best possible option I could ever have in my career, and that's why I never did it. And I'm just so happy to be here, and I'll take it as far as I possibly can. I think that the space is getting more and more competitive. I think BJ would definitely agree with that. There's a lot of people that want the opportunity, and I'm one of them, and I just hope that more competition comes, and I could just kind of take off whoever they put in front of me, really.
You mentioned about Joe Weller, King Kenny, and a few other names that you mentioned. Are those still the names that you're pursuing as far as for Tristan to come up the ranks?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to Mams, in the next week or so, let things calm down a little bit and see what makes sense. But I mean, those are the kind of names we want. I know on paper, he shouldn't be ready for those types of names. He shouldn't, but we got a trick up our sleeve, honestly, and we're looking for those types of names, if not next, very soon. But Joe Weller, Ryan Taylor, those kind of guys can get it no problem next. King Kenny, I think he's a good fighter, he's a good boxer, but we have something he doesn't have, and that's knockout power. And I don't take too much away from this performance tonight. I'm not saying this was the greatest ever. We're going to kill everybody, but I know things that people on the outside don't know, and those guys better watch out.
I mean, how is it, in terms of camp in general anyway, just to prepare for it? Like, BJ, from your side of things, how is it working with Tristan in terms of preparing camp? How has it been on that level?
No, it's good. I mean, he's learning how to, go through the steps and follow the routine and hit all the bases on the way up. And it's a process, and it's a structured camp, and we don't play any bullshit. We don't take any excuses. We work hard. There's no we don't make excuses. Like I said, we got a long ways to go, but we're on the track and we're going to get there. But there's no shortcuts. He spars with good professionals. They go hard on him. He's got to take his L. He's got to take his bumps and bruises in the gym. There's no babying. Like he's gotten the better of a couple times in sparring. And look, that's part of this process. We go back, we watch the film, we break it down, and we get better. And I always told him, it doesn't matter what happens in the gym, as long as we do it in the ring. That's all that matters. So we got to get better in the gym. We got to use it as the lab, which the gym is. We got to use the lab to make sure we're ready for the moment when we're out there. And that's what he did tonight. So he's got a high ceiling though because of the punching power. He can go a lot higher, and he's going to get a lot better. So there's a lot of upside.
I'll say that no amount of money in the world can pay for what he's offered me. When it comes to the level of commitment on coaching, not only is it important to have a coach, but you need a teacher. Working with BJ has been like going to university. Yeah. Like it's without the party. I haven't drank, I haven't smoked, I haven't done nothing. No cigars, nothing. He's puffing on cigars. I'm like, come on, fool! Like, give me one of those.
I'm retired. We're on a different program, all right? Do as I say, not as I do, all right? First of all, yeah.
That's something that my mom would say.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, she was right.
But like I said, money can't buy certain things, and that was one of the things that not Logan Paul really wanted to chirp at me is that, it's because he has money, it's because he gives a bunch of money away that he has the fame that he has. It's like, no, like I have real influence in the world, meaning that I've actually done some cool things in the world. Like I try to make an impact on the world and then surround everything else around that. And BJ's had serious impact in the world, and he's built a career off of that, and he understands what it takes to get from A to B to Z, and he knows the whole journey, and that's something that for him to be able to invest that into me is huge. Like, you can't buy that. You can't buy that. It's like passion. You can't buy passion. So it's just I wouldn't do it without him. I told that when I got fight offers from Russia and in Saudi Arabia, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing this because I need someone that's in it with me. And when Jacob Chavez, shout out to one of my managers, Jacob Chavez, he pulled me aside one time when I was traveling to Las Vegas, and he's like, hey man, like, would you ever get into boxing? I'm like 100%, but not unless everything lined up perfectly. And the stars aligned a year later, and here I am. So this is my opportunity, and I'm going 100% in it, and no matter where it takes me.
I can see that you're both passionate in terms of getting your goals set. Just finally from me, where do you see not Logan Paul next as far as his journey? I mean, where do you see him go next?
The dude, it was really hard to step in the ring with him. For one reason was that he has a really good heart. Like, you can see the guy's like he has a family. He's a farmer. He's a hard worker. There's some people
really nice kid, yeah.
Super nice dude. So like for me, I'm a nice guy too. There is a dark side of me, and it's hard for me to dig back into those pains that have been healed. But I know that I still have it, and that comes out in the ring. And that's what I said to him privately when he made a couple jabs at me. I said, hey man, like, at the end of the day, you're coming into the ring with me, and it's not a game for me, like, when I get in there. And that's, I guess, my message for anybody that does want to face me is, like, that's what they have to face. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to prove myself as a pro boxer. I'm here as an opportunity to go as far as I possibly can into something like I do on every single adventure, and this is just the next adventure. So there's some darkness in there, and I'm channeling it, and it's going through these fists, and that's it.
How you guys looking to celebrate, just to end off?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not making too much of this victory, to be honest with you. We appreciate the opportunity. We're glad to be out here, but we're ready to get back to the drawing board. Monday, he needs to be back working again. So there's not a lot of time to celebrate. We got a lot of work to do. So
we're gonna enjoy the town in Leeds tonight, just for a couple minutes, and then at 5 a.m.
A couple of minutes,
Yeah, 5 a.m. They're picking me up, and we're going to the airport, and we're back to Miami, back to camp. So I'm full time in this, 100% full time.
Well, I can only see bigger and better things for you. Tristan, BJ, I wish you all the best, and I appreciate both your times. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you.